institution. It doesn't mean anything today. We live in a mental institution. 'Cause everything's crazy, crazy, crazy. They're doing away with borders. It's a new world. It's a new day. There is a new world order coming to your town. You better get ready. You better get ready. It's a new day. It's a new way. It's a new day. New day. It's a new way.
Hey there, boys and girls. I'm Wild Bill, and I just rode into town. Look out, all you bad guys out there. I'm fixing to blow the whistle on all your evil plans. Yes, it's Saturday night, and you are not going to believe what I got right here for you on Revolution Radio.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow knows.
That's right. Welcome to the Samsel Report. We're coming to you live from my personal isolation tank right here in St. Louis, Missouri. The number to call in with your thoughts and comments is 314-720-6835. Oh yes, that's 314-720-6835. So feel free to do so. All right? Okay? Because I want to hear from you. All right? Okay, now, I tell you what, hello, everybody out there in Radio Land. And hello, everybody down there in the chat room. Okay? All right, because we're going to have a good time tonight. Oh, man. Let's get this here show on the road. Ladies and gentlemen, our government is a cesspool of corruption. Our industrial might is a thing of the past, and the Constitution and the Bill of Rights are being trashed by a treasonous, out-of-control government that is intent on enslaving the American people. I know, yes, it sounds like some 1950s cheap B-rated movie plot, doesn't it? Doesn't it? It sounds just like something from out of the Twilight Zone. But I tell you what, you know what? Do you know what? We live in the Twilight Zone.
You're traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance. You are bombarded by the conditioning illusion
projected forth by corporate and government-controlled mass media. A world of mind-controlled automatons, unable to think or speak out or stand up for themselves. You're entering a world where everything is just the opposite of what you think it is. You are living in the Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone. Man, oh man, I tell you what, we live in the Twilight Zone, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes, the mainstream media is a weapon being used to control and dumb down the American people. That's right. That's right. Even, I say even as they are raped financially, their rights and liberties are trampled upon, and America is destroyed by design. Oh, yes. Oh, no, I'm not fooling. I'm not fooling around. No, Because now it's time for an important message. Okay? All right? Especially for you listeners out there. Oh, yes, because this program on Revolution Radio is listener-supported. So, send us money, okay? All right? Only you can support informative, innovative, entertaining, and fabulously original programs just like this one. That's right. It's Wild Bill's Headline Roundup on Revolution Radio. Okay? All right? That's right. It's the Samsel Report. Oh, yes, and it is expanding, okay? It is growing in popularity. Man, oh, man, who'da thunk? Who'da thunk? I mean, we're reaching more and more people all the time, okay? That's cool. That's nice. Besides our Revolution Radio home base, you can also hear the Samsel Report on Awake Radio US and Awake Radio UK. All right? So, shout out to all you guys out there. Okay? And we are a proud part of the Liberty Beacon. That's right. Everybody who is actively engaging against the New World Order needs to be a part of the Liberty Beacon, okay? Because it's everybody coming together, right? Right? Am I right? Okay. So and I tell you what, there's more to come. So look out, New World Order. I say, look out, New World Order, because Wild Bill is coming to get ya. That's right. So look out. All right? Look out. Okay? All right? So, I tell you what. Do you know what time it is? Do you know what time it is? Well, let me tell you. It is time for Wild Bill's Headline Roundup. Oh, yes. All the news that you won't get from the mainstream media. That's right. It's time to saddle up with old Wild Bill. And we gonna head out off out there into the sunset, and we gonna round us up a whole bunch of them headline critters, okay? All right, I tell you what, are you ready to ride? Are you ready to ride, buckaroos? Well, here we go. Let's ride. Let's hit the trail. That's right. Yeah, that's right. I mean, hi-ho, sweetheart. Away. Hey, that's right. That's right. Man, oh man, it's time for Wild Bill's headline roundup. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Okay, 'cause here it comes. Here it comes, our first headline. Vladimir Putin. And that's right, Vladimir Putin. Russia issues an international arrest warrant for Rothschild and Soros. Oh, that's right. That's right. Russian intelligence has fingered the Rothschild, Rockefeller, Bush crime families, George Soros, and a list of others for using cross-collateralized compounded foreign currency derivatives for the purpose of an attack on the Russian economy. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, hey, old Vlad came out and told them. That's right. He also banned Russian officials from owning foreign Rothschild bank accounts and foreign assets, right, from being held by government officials. In other words, government officials cannot have anything to do with the Rothschild bank accounts or foreign assets. That's right. That's right. You know what Putin said? Putin said this. Putin said, every fourth grade history student knows that socialism has failed in every country at every time in history. President Obama and his leftist supporters are either idiots or deliberately trying to destroy their own country. That's what old Vladimir Putin had to say. Those were his words. That's right. He also said, Russia will make the United States reflect upon what they have allowed Rothschild to do to their own country. Oh, yes, that's what he had to say. So, as you watch the Western powers gang up against Vladimir now, especially as they are over the Ukraine situation, keep in mind it is staged by the international bankers trying to control Russia once again. See? You got that? You got the comprende, gabish, right? Right? You know what? I tell you what. Now, here's a little tip from old Wild Bill, okay? You ready for this? Maybe there's some way that Putin could run for president right here in the U.S. You know, I've been thinking lately, I like this guy, you know? I'd certainly vote for him as opposed to Obama or Hillary, right? I mean, you go get him, Vladimir. That's right. Go get him. Go get him. Show him how to stand up against the New World Order. That's right. Go ahead, Mr. Putin. All right? Show him how to stand up against the New World Order. Okay. All right. Well, you may or may not have agreed with that one, but I tell you what, you can stick it in the corral anyway, right? Get on in the corral. There you go. There goes old Vladimir Putin. There he goes. Right in there. Get in there. There you go. Okay. All right. Okay. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. I tell you what, let's go on to our next headline. Okay, can we do that? Is that okay? Okay, all right, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Our next headline. Obamacare, page 1004, must have RFID chip implanted in your body. Now that's interesting. Don't you think that's interesting, darling? Don't you? Okay, I know. Yeah, it is. It is. It's very interesting. So it says here, looks like the law of the land that we will all be required to have an RFID chip implanted underneath our skin, and this chip will be linked to our medical records, bank accounts, and our personal records. These chips will also have tracking capability. So there you have it. There you go. There you go. H.R. 3200, Section 2521, page 1001, paragraph 1, reads, the Secretary shall establish a National Medical Device Registry to facilitate analysis of implanted patient medical data and personal information. So, there you have it. There you go. Okay? Obamacare is going to give the powers that be total control over healthcare delivery systems and everybody's medical and personal information. Now, how do you like them apples? Huh? Huh? And don't think for 1 minute that it won't be used to fulfill the UN's population reduction and population control agenda that they've got. Right? Right? Am I right? Well, I'll tell you what. Let's take and put that one in the corral with the other one. There it goes. They want to put the chip in every... Well, that's what Obamacare... There he goes. There's the chip he's got. There it is. Okay. All right. So, right there, it looks like, you know, they're going to give us the chip. They're going to give us the chip. They going to give us the chip. We don't want the chip, but they going to give us the chip. That's right. So, look out. Okay? All right? My goodness. You know what you can do with that chip? I got your chip right here. You know what you can do with this chip? I'll tell you what you should do with this. There you go. Put the chip right on down in there. That's where it belongs, right in there. There you go. There we go. Okay. All gone. All gone now. All gone. Okay? All right? Oh, man. Is it me or what? Well, no. I don't think it's... You think so? You think it's... I don't know. Sometimes I wonder, is it me or what? You know? Okay. All right. So I tell you what, let's go to our next headline. Okay? All right? You're going to love this one. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. You're going to love this one, all right? Okay, here we go. Our next headline. Muslims storm a prison in Syria and boil the heads of the guards. Okay? All right, you got that? Okay. Obama-backed Muslim rebels in Syria stormed the prison town of Daraa on 21 March 2014. And it says here they did it to free Islamic terrorists that were held there. They wanted to set them free, see? Okay? They captured and beheaded all of the prison guards. And then they took their heads and boiled their heads to the shouts of Allahu Akbar. Well, that's right. That's right. You know, there's nothing like a steaming plate of face, right? Or some, maybe some hair soup, right? Face and cabbage, right? Face pie. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Well, these are the same Syrian rebels that are funded by your tax dollars, and then they go around murdering and beheading Christians all over the place. That's right. That's right. Oh, and by the way, Obama just imported 30,000 of them over here to move in and make themselves at home right here in the U.S. of A. He's going to set them all up, right? Am I right? These are the same people from the Syrian rebels over there in Syria. Man, oh man, oh man. You know what reminds me of a song? Doesn't it? It reminds me of a song. How does it go? How does it go? Let me think here. Oh, okay. Hey, hey, we're the Muslims. You never know where we'll be found. So you better get ready. We may be coming to your town. Hey, hey, we're the Muslims. And people say, oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. I tell you what. Hey, they're moving in. They could be moving into your neighborhood. You never know. I tell you what, though, just don't piss them off. That's right. Just don't piss them off. Because your head could wind up being boiled as well. Okay? All right? Okay. Well, I tell you what. Stick that one in the corral where it belongs, all right? Get it on in there. What the... Oh, my goodness. I can't believe some of this stuff. Get on in there. Get on. My God. Oh, man. Is it me? I think I'm losing my mind. Am I losing my mind? My God. Okay. All right. Our next headline. Where did it go? Uh-oh. Wait. Where did it go? Oh, thank you. Okay, here it is. Our next headline. Connecticut gun grab in full effect. Media gag ordered. Communications are being tampered with. Red alert. That's right. You heard right. Connecticut gun grab in full effect. Media gag ordered. Look out. An article this week is claiming that Connecticut authorities are going house to house to confiscate registered firearms. The report indicates that people are being arrested and there has been a gag order placed on media and communications in general. Now, because of the gag order, this report has proven so far to be unconfirmed. Okay? All right, so this is an unconfirmed. Okay. All right, so, however, when the government does come to confiscate your guns, I'm pretty sure that the media will be engaged and the operation will be difficult to confirm. Oh, well, hey, so what? Okay? Certainly, they don't want the entire nation to know that they've begun confiscating guns, because confiscation could very well be the spark. It could very well be the spark that sets it off armed rebellion. Right? Right? Am I right? Just like it did in 1976. See, they came to confiscate the weapons, and boom, the whole thing started, right? Am I right? So I tell you what, I will be keeping an eye on this article and updating you as next week. Next week I'll update this here report and find out exactly what the story is. But I tell you what, you know how it sounds to me like we live in the Twilight Zone, which is, you know, what I say all the time anyway, right? That's right. And you know it. I know it. Everybody knows it, right? So, anyway, you're listening to the Samsel Report. This is Wild Bill's headline roundup. What's that, darling? What did you say there, sweetheart? What was it? Okay, all right. We have to do the Charlie ad. Okay, because according to sweetheart here, we have to do the... Okay, so here we go. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, it's Charlie Danger, private detective. Charlie Danger, defender of the Constitution. And now, Charlie Danger, private detective.
Get this and get it straight. Crime is a sucker's road, and those who travel it today are more cunning, traitorous, and evil than ever. They got big wallets and big ideas and big plans, and they don't like anything or anyone that gets in their way. I ought to know. I'm Charlie Danger. It was a cold, windy day as I sat behind my desk in my cozy little office waiting for a phone to ring that lately hadn't been ringing enough. I sat staring blankly at the wall, listening to the sultry sound of the sax player down the hall practicing for his next weekend's gig. I was trying to decide if I should get up and fix myself yet another drink. Suddenly the door burst open, and a beautiful blonde bombshell in a fancy evening dress that fit just right in just the right places strolled into the room. She stood there in her spiked heels looking utterly gorgeous and at the same time a little bit dangerous. I say dangerous because in her pretty little hand was a great big .38 caliber snub-nosed Smith & Wesson, and the business end was pointing right at my ticker.
Yes, there are now 4 Charlie Danger adventures to choose from. Go to hiddenmysteries.com. That's hiddenmysteries.com.
That's right. You can go to hiddenmysteries.com, where you can check out all of the Charlie Danger adventures. Okay? And you can also go to YouTube, because in YouTube, you type in there Charlie Danger Private Detective, and you can go back and listen to the previous episodes if you like. You can do that as well. Okay? Because we're going to have episode 5 tonight. Right? Okay. So that's what's going to happen later on in the show. I know, I'm later on, not now. Later on, okay? No, not now. Later, all right? Okay? All right. Well, right now, what we're going to do is remind you that the number to call in is, what is it, 314-720-6835. If you dare. Okay? All right? So, but what we're going to do now is continue with the headline roundup. Okay? All right. Our next headline. 15,000 aborted babies were used to heat a UK hospital. That's right. Oh, yes, you heard right. The National Health Service has admitted incinerating fetal remains with garbage used in waste-to-energy plants in order to create power for heat in the hospital. Oh, man, at least 15,500 fetal remains were incinerated by 27 National Health Service trusts over the last 2 years alone, according to the Washington Times. According to the New York Daily News, mothers of those babies were allegedly told that their remains were cremated. Of course, which they were, to heat the hospital. See? Right? You got that? So, in other words, like, if it's happening over there, could it possibly be happening over here as well? That would be my question. That's what I would think about, right? Right? Man, that's gross, isn't it? Isn't it? Oh, put that gross, fat, old, ugly-looking thing. Put it in there in the. Get on in, man. I don't even want to look at you. Get out, you're so ugly. Get on in there, man. There. Okay. Whew. Don't have to look at that one no more. Okay, let us continue with the headline roundup. Okay, can we do that? You're right with Wild Bill's Freedom Posse. That's right, you're riding with the Freedom Posse. This is the Wild Bill's headline roundup. And you're a posse member out there, you know. Okay, all right. So our next headline as we continue on. Okay, here's one. Massive roadblock. Warrantless searches in Maryland. Oh, man, that doesn't sound too good. Oh, no. Let me look here. Rockville City, Montgomery County, and Maryland State Police blocked both lanes of Interstate 270 with more than 30 police vehicles, numerous dogs. They had helicopters and officers going from car to car with weapons drawn. Oh, man, motorists were approached by armed officers and ordered at gunpoint to submit to warrantless searches of their vehicles. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The reason? The reason, you might ask? Well, they were looking for bank robbers. That's right. They were looking for bank robbers, so that gives them the authority to violate everybody's constitutional and civil rights. Right? Right? It gives them the authority to point automatic weapons at people, right? Okay? It gives them the authority to verbally abuse everybody and search their property without a warrant. See? It enables the cops to mistreat the general public. Oh, yes, after all, we're all guilty unless proven innocent. Am I right or what? Huh? We are guilty until proven innocent now, right? Welcome to the new America. That's right. Oh, yes, the new police state. So, there you have it. There you go. There you have it. You know what you can do with your police state? Huh? You want me to tell you what to do with the police state? Huh? You want to know what you can do with the police state? Huh? Huh? Well, let me tell you what to do with it. You can take it, and you can take it, and you can flush it down. Flush it down. Flush it on out of there. Oh, man. There you go. Okay, that's what you can do with it. All right, there's a few other things you could do with it, but I can't mention them on the air. Okay? All right. Well, I'll tell you what we can do, though. I'll tell you what we can do, though. We can press buttons. Oh, yeah, man. We can press buttons, and you never know what's going to happen then. You never know what's going to happen then.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a caller on the line, and it's Wild Bill. Wild Bill is on the line. Hey, Wild Bill.
Hey, it's me.
Man, oh man, how did that happen?
Hey, I just thought I'd call into the show and, liven things up a little bit.
Oh, I've never interviewed myself before.
Well, there you go. There you have it. There you go. Something completely new, isn't it?
Okay. All right. So what do you got for me?
Well, you ought to know. You ought to know.
What?
Right?
What?
You can't answer that because I already know.
What's the point in calling into the show?
I don't know. It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Tell me something. Tell me something. Are you having a good time yet?
I'm having a wonderful time.
Now, you see, boys and girls, this is what it's like to be in two different places at the same time. Am I right?
That's right.
This is Twilight Zone stuff here.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Because we live in the Twilight Zone.
Yes, indeed. Yes, we do.
That's right. So let's get back to the headline roundup.
Free your mind. And your ass will follow.
That's right. Oh, yes, that's right. And no truer words have ever been spoken. That's right. We now continue with the headline roundup. Okay? All right? Now, this is different. I tell you what. This is different here. Okay? All right? We're going to switch gears here now. Okay? 2 giant underwater pyramids made of thick glass were found in the center of the Bermuda Triangle. Oh, man. That's right. That's right. Giant pyramids
have been found in the center of the Bermuda Triangle at a depth of 2,000 meters. Oh, man, the findings were confirmed with sonar. That's right. Scientists claim that the two great pyramids, which were seemingly made of a glass-like material similar to crystal, the structures were smooth without the buildup of debris or algae or coral growth. They were huge, great big structures, each one of them much larger than the Pyramid of Cheops in Egypt. Okay? All right? Scientists are at a loss as to who built them or how old they must be. Okay? All right? Oh, man. Perhaps they should read my book. My book, Today's New Atlantis. See? Because I got an idea. Okay? They might learn something. I might have a little insight on that there subject of Atlantis and America today. Okay, all right. But I tell you what, I'm not proud. Let's take and stick it in the old corral if I can find the old corral. Where the hell did the old corral go? Oh, there it is. Here we go. Stick it in the corral. Put it in the corral. Day-o, day-o, put the headline in the corral. Okay, all right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let us continue on with the headline roundup. Okay, all right. Our next headline. A school, it says here, school to 8-year-old. Okay, school to 8-year-old, comma, Jesus is no hero. Okay, what? What was that? What did you say? Well, second grade students at an elementary school in South Carolina were recently given an assignment. That's right. They were given an assignment. And the assignment was the kids were asked to think about who they would consider to be a hero and write a paper explaining why this person should be a hero, okay? All right? Simple enough, right? So when the 8-year-old little girl, her name was Raleigh Watts, okay? Well, when she informed her teacher who she wanted to honor, however, her teacher told her, her teacher said, well, oh, hey, wait, well, no, oh, whoop, write about something else. See? The teacher said, no, write for something, write somebody else, right? Okay? Well, that's because the proposed subject of Riley's paper was Jesus Christ. Okay. So they said, no, and that's no good. So this is what the mother said. The mother said, I think she should have freedom to write about what she wants to write about. That's what the mother said. Those were her words. Okay? If she wants to write about Jesus Christ, she should be able to write about Jesus Christ, right? Am I right? Okay, that's what the mother said, right? I mean, There you have it. There you have it. Jesus Christ is unacceptable. Okay? So, what do you think of them apples? How do you like them apples? Jesus Christ is unacceptable? I tell you what, get your big fat old butt right on in there. Just take your big old butt, get your dumb old butt, get it right on in there. Get on in there. I don't even want to hear that baloney. Just get on in there. Okay? All right. Okay. Man, oh man. What, is it just me? You know, sometimes I begin to wonder here. You know? You know what I'm talking about? Man, oh man, oh man. I tell you what. Look, you know, are you having a good time out there? Huh? Are you having a good time out there? Because, you know, sometimes it's hard to tell here. I'm sitting here, I can't tell. You're having a good time out. I can't see what you're doing out there. Right? But, yeah, look at... There you go. I'm feeling, I guess everybody's having a good time. Man, oh, man. Okay. Well, that makes me happy. That makes me happy to know that everybody's having a good time, right? Does that make you happy, sweetheart? Does it make you happy? Oh, it makes her happy, too. She's so happy. Oh, yes. Sweetheart's happy, too. Oh, man. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we should continue on with the headline roundup. Don't you agree? Okay. All right, our next headline. Where did it go? Here it is. I got it. It's right here. What's going on here? Hold on a minute. Let me look and see what's going on here. My goodness gracious me. Okay, all right. Everybody's having a good time, see? They're Skyping in here saying, yeah, we're having a good time. Of course we're having a good time. Why wouldn't we be having a good time? Well, a good time is here to be had by all. Right? Am I right? Oh, man. All right, but let's get on with the headline roundup. Okay? Let's just get on with it. All right, here's one. You're going to love this one, okay? Impatient cop shoots and kills a man during a camping arrest. They arrested him for camping and ended up shooting him down. Okay? That's the headline. Here's the story. A New Mexico man who was illegally camping in the Albuquerque foothills was fatally shot by police. Helmet cameras revealed the they got cameras on their helmets, you know. Well, those videos were released by the Albuquerque Police Department on Friday. And they show the moment that a 38-year-old James Boyd, the moment he turned his back to officers, he was shot dead by the jackbooted police goon squad thugs. Okay? But I tell you what, the nerve of these homeless people. I mean, come on, the nerve of these homeless people. I mean, where did they come off? Where do they come off? Camping out wherever they please? My goodness. What the New Mexico cops would teach them a lesson. That's right, the New Mexico cops, they'll teach them a lesson, all right. That's right. You're homeless, you go to the FEMA camps. That's right. That's right. That's where you go. Or else. Okay? You got that? Man, no, man. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I didn't like that one at all. No, no, that one, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but, I just don't like that one at all. Okay? So I tell you what I'm going to do. I tell you what I'm going to do. There you go. Hey, there's another one here. There you go. Oh, man, that ought to take care of it. That ought to take care of it. You think? You think I should give it another one? Like, you think we give it another one? Okay, just to make sure, just to make, we'll give it another one. Oh, there you go. There you go. I used a shotgun that time. Okay, because, hey, that shotgun. Here, have another one. There you go. You're gone, man. You're history, right? That's the end of that one. That one is finished, right? Huh? Okay. All right. I tell you what, let us continue with I tell you what. Let's push it. Let's go button pushing. You want to go button push? Let's check this out. There you go. What did you think of that? Huh? Did you like that one? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Come on. You didn't leave the gate open, did you? You left the gate open, didn't you? My God, you shouldn't do that. You can't do that. You can't leave the gate open because they get out and they start wandering all over the place. Oh, my God, they wander all over. They're bouncing off walls. They got these little things in their hand. They can like to press buttons and text. They'd like to, oh, yeah. So look out because we got to keep them locked up before they hurt themselves. All right? So, okay? That's a good one. All right, get back in there. There you go. All righty. Okay. I tell you what, we live in the Twilight Zone, don't we? Ooh, doggies. There you go. There you go. And you're riding with the Freedom Posse. That's right. You're riding with the Freedom. You're riding with Wild Bill's Freedom Posse. Oh, man. Oh, man. We got lots of stuff coming up. We got other stuff coming up here on the other side of this hour. Oh, man, and you don't want to miss it. You certainly, I tell you what, you're going to be sorry if you miss the second hour. Okay, because we got Charlie Danger. Charlie Danger, Private Detective. Oh, man. Oh, man, you've been waiting for this. I didn't play this last week. We didn't do Charlie last week. Last week we had three guests on the show at one time. And we got bumped off the air. Remember that? We got bumped off the air right in the middle of everything. Right? We had Barry Prince and Roger Landry and Steve Cromray and so that and then Sweetheart got all pissed off because we didn't do Charlie, and she threw a fit and ran away. Oh man, I tell you what, she got really nasty there. That's right, she got nasty. Show them what you did. I hate this. When she does this, you know she's. Look there. I hate when she does that. See? I hate when she goes like that. You know? That just pisses me off. Right? Right. And then she ran away. But she came back. She came back. So, anyway, I got this psychic thing going on with my mind. I'm sitting here, and all of a sudden, my mind is just gone like psychic, you know? And these visions just popping into my brain, and they're showing me break, break, break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
Free your mind, and your ass will follow.
That's right. Oh, yes, that's right. And no truer words have ever been spoken. So, we are back again. This is the Samsel Report with your host, Wild Bill. That's right. That's right. The number to call in is 314-720-6835. And put that in your pipe and smoke it. Okay? All right. As we continue on with the headline roundup. Are you ready to continue on with the headline roundup? Are you ready? I know. Okay, she's ready. Sweetheart's ready, right, baby? That's right. Oh, we're ready to continue on with the headline roundup. Our next headline. Autopsy confirms Texas cop literally killed student for being sarcastic. Oh, man, for being sarcastic. Well, look out, Wild Bill. Am I right? They shot him for being sarcastic. Oh, man. A Texas college student died from multiple gunshot wounds to his back. His back, they shot him in the back, ladies and gentlemen. After he made a sarcastic remark to the campus police officer. Well, that pissed the guy off, and he pulled out a gun and he shot him, right? Oh, my God. Oh, man. 23-year-old Cameron Redus was shot 5 times at close range by Corporal Christopher Carter, a University of Incarnate Word police officer. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, they shot him. They shot him. Oh, yes. So, look out. I tell you what. This happened in the early hours of December 6th near San Antonio, near the campus. Carter spotted Redus driving erratically around 2 a.m. in the morning, and he pulled him over. He pulled the guy over, okay? The kid had been drinking and he smelled of marijuana. Okay? He was disrespectful to the cop. And he turned and walked away. He was just going to turn and walk away. Whereupon the cop filled him full of lead. That's right. There you go. Now that, I tell you what though, that ought to teach the little punk to have some respect for officers of the law. Am I right? Huh? That'll teach him to have some respect for the officers of the law, right? Am I right? My God, what am I losing my mind here? I tell you what, get in there. Get on in there. My God, just get on in there. I don't even want no, get on, look at you. Just get on out of there. Oh, man, get it on in there. My goodness gracious me, I tell you what. I think we have Angela Black on the air with us. Do we? Oh, are you there, Angela?
Wild Bill, Angela's husband, Wild Bill, South Lake Tahoe. Called in a couple weeks ago about that federal judge in Missouri.
Right.
Hi, Wild Bill.
Hey, Angela.
Yes, that is me, and then this is my other half, of course. It's got a great story, very relative to what you're speaking about.
You're talking about the officer shootings. I was a litigating attorney for over 30 years. I handled a wrongful death case out of Indio, California, which is by Palm Springs. A CHP officer pulled over my client's son, who was 19, shot him 11 times from back to front.
After pistol whipping him in the head.
It was slightly on video, was on audio, and
because it was at a Chevron station.
And the audio went bang, 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 and then bang, bang for good luck. And
it went in like 10 clip and went and refilled the clip.
Anyway, they did bring criminal charges against the CHP officer, and we brought a civil action and settled it for quite a bit of money. But I thought that you might shoot that shotgun off that story.
Oh man!
So I understand these officers get away with a lot, and it's it was a terrible thing, and
all right.
Executed them.
But this is the new America. This is the way they're going to treat all of us from now on. I mean, they're about ready to bring the boot down on us, and any sort of behavior that does not meet with their approval, they're going to take care of.
I think you and I should go into business and manufacture a bulletproof vests for everybody.
That's right, bulletproof vests.
Get on in there.
Get on in there. Oh, I have to tell you, I've stole your line a couple of times on my show.
Oh yeah, she's copyright infringement.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, but I always give you credit every time
I say it.
She always gives you
credit.
There you go. Well, God bless you guys. Thanks for calling in, man.
Sure.
Oh, absolutely. It's snowing up here, so we were just sitting back and having a cold one and listening to you.
Well, great. Are you having a good time?
We're having a good time.
You're awesome, man.
Oh, man. God bless you guys. We'll catch you all later.
All right. Peace.
All right. Okay. All right. Let us continue on with the headline roundup. Okay? All right? Our next headline. Why a school was ordered to tear down its brand new baseball bleachers will likely have small government advocates shaking their heads. That's the headline. That's how it reads. And now here is the story. Plymouth High School in Canton, Michigan, was ordered to tear down a new set of bleachers. Oh, yes. The school was told by government officials that it had to remove the new seating because it was no longer equal to the adjacent girls' softball bleachers, which have yet to have a makeover of their own. Oh, man. The government investigation was prompted by an anonymous complaint. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So what they're going to have to do is have new bleachers for the girls, too. Okay? All right. And then they'll have to build some bleachers for the black boys and the black girls. Okay? All right. And then they're going to have to make some bleachers for the Hispanics. Okay? All right. And then they're going to have to make some bleachers for the gay and lesbians, too. Gay and lesbian bleachers, right? And don't forget the bleachers, separate bleachers for the Christians, the Muslims, and the Jews, too. Okay? All right? In fact, you know, everybody should have their own bleachers, right? Right? I mean, bleachers for people who aren't feeling well. Okay? Bleachers for people who aren't feeling well. And they should have separate bleachers for like indigestion, gas, or constipation. Okay? You got that? They should have fat people's bleachers, right? They should have skinny people's bleachers, right? They could have bleachers for the elderly and bleachers for the economically disadvantaged. Bleachers for the economically disadvantaged. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Oh, wow. How about some bleachers for the people who won't even show up because they couldn't care less? All right? How about some bleachers for them? They're not even going to show up because they couldn't care less. Right? Right? Bleachers for those who are not there. Okay? People who decided not to come to the event, well, we got bleachers there for them too. Right? Right? Because I tell you what, bleachers for people who are not even born yet. Okay? All right? Okay? Because they have rights too. That's right. Bleachers for people with pets. Okay? All right? How's that? We can have separate bleachers for cats. We can have bleachers for cats and bleachers for dogs. Okay. All right? All right? Why? Well, I tell you what though. If you sit and think about it, there is no end to the possibilities for building fair and equal seating for everybody. That's right. There should be hard bleachers and soft bleachers, too. Okay? There should be bleachers that recline and bleachers that are heated or bleachers that vibrate. Right? Right? Am I right? Bleachers in your favorite color. Bleachers in your favorite color. That's right. What is your favorite color? Red bleachers? Blue bleachers? Old bleachers? New bleachers? some Cat in the Hat in there, right? Remember the Cat in the Hat? Remember that? The Cat in the Hat, right? Oh, man. But look, we should have bleachers. Bleachers, let me tell you something. This is America, right? We live in America. We have freedom of choice, right? Right? Am I right? The freedom of choice where everybody is equal and everybody has the right to fair and non-prejudiced public seating at sporting events. Okay? All right? That's what it was all about. Public seating at sporting events. Okay? All right? So what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? I didn't like that one at all. No, that one left much to be desired. Okay, so I'm going to take the damn thing. I'm just going to plug it right on open. Oh, there you go. Oh, hey, look out. Oh, man. Okay, all right, that did it. That did it. That did it, all right, boys and girls. We done took care of that problem right then and there. That's right. We took care of that problem. I tell you what, though. I tell you what. It's almost time for Charlie Danger. Oh man! So we're gonna have to wrap up the Roundup. Okay, so let's wrap it up. Let's look in the corral, see what we got in there. Okay, we did good. We did real good. Look at them all in there. Look at them all in there. My God. Look at that. Oh, man. And you know, I don't have to tell you because you already know we live in the Twilight Zone. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Might as well get used to it, ladies and gentlemen, because we live in the Twilight Zone. All right? Okay? You got that? Okay, all right. So, I tell you what. What are we going to do? We're going to do episode 5 of Charlie Danger, Private Detective. Are you ready for this? This is the moment we've all been waiting for. That's right. I mean, this is the moment that we have all been waiting. Am I right? Am I right, sweetheart? Am I right? I can't hear you. Oh, there you are. Okay, yeah. She loves. She just loves Charlie Danger, don't you? Oh, she loves Charlie. Tell him how much you love. She loves Charlie Danger. That's right, because we live in the Twilight Zone. Okay, all right. Okay. So anyway, we're all set to listen to Charlie Danger. All right. Of course, it stars yours truly, right? And the one, the only Terry Joyce. Oh, man. So are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Okay. All right, here we go. This week's adventure, Charlie Danger, Private Detective, episode number 5, right here. Oh, okay.
Yes, it's Charlie Danger, Private Detective. Charlie Danger, Defender of the Constitution. And now, Charlie Danger, Private Detective.
In the past, it was always a robbery, a murder, an abduction, a wayward spouse. Some beautiful dame walked into your office with a tear in her eye and a gun in her purse. Sometimes it was a mistaken identity or a person disappeared. Some cases were a mystery, some a piece of cake. You never expect to get dragged into a case so vast in scope, so full of liars and traitors and criminals of every stripe, that it makes your head spin. You can't let it get to you. You've got to try and keep your wits about you, and you gotta be ready for anything. We had gotten out of there just in the nick of time,
We're going to get blamed for that, you know.
said Jane as we drove away from the carnage we had narrowly escaped.
They're going to claim we're responsible.
Not necessarily. I wouldn't be surprised if they blamed the Tea Party. Actually, the blame in all its entirety belongs to none other than Professor Mariachi.
But for what possible reason?
Wondered Ron Paul.
Elementary, my dear Congressman. It was done so that we would be blamed for it in the media. It gives the feds carte blanche to respond by any means against the threat they claim we pose. Which means it's open season on us. They know that we're in possession of what's left of the Constitution, and they'll stop at nothing to get their hands on it.
The congressman's face registered shock and awe.
You have the document?
He asked.
I pried it out of Thomas Jefferson's cold, dead, murdered hand. They've been after us like flies on stink ever since. George W. offered us $20 million to turn it over. Now we have the document and the $20 million.
I pulled the tattered document from my pocket and handed it to Ron Paul, who gazed at it in reverence.
They would spare no effort to see this document burnt to ashes,
he said.
You are the only man in Washington who is worthy enough to be entrusted with that document,
said Holmes.
I suggest that we turn it over to you for safekeeping. Brilliant, I shouted. We hand it off to Ron Paul. Precisely. That way, no matter what happens to us, the document will be safely hidden away. Gentlemen, I will see to it that the rotten devils never get their hands on it,
the congressman vowed. Before we left D.C., we made sure Ron Paul was safely back among his own people. After hiding the physical remains of the once great and revered document, we knew he would continue on defending its principles. We offered him a couple of $1 million for his campaign for liberty, but he didn't take it because he didn't like where it came from or how we got it. Some people are just too honest. We heard the news reports about the explosion on the radio as we drove. Sure enough, just as we expected, the media blamed us and blew our identities. We had to revert to our earlier incarnations as the Elephant Man, Julia Child, and Ziggy Stardust. There wasn't much we could do about Lassie. We were soon driving through the Lincoln Tunnel into Manhattan. We drove back to New York for several reasons. First, to fix ourselves up with whatever items we would need on the journey. Second, to allow Holmes to put together a new assortment of disguises for everybody. And third, to make one last visit at the Flamingo Bar and Grill to see Joe, the bartender. After that, we would take a cab to JFK and an airliner to Arizona. Within hours, we planned to be sitting pretty. When we got into town, We parked the Winnebago and left it sitting there with the keys in the door, the title on the seat, and a note that read, "Finders Keepers." We split up from there, each one of us taking care of our own business. We all agreed to meet at the Flamingo Bar and Grill at midnight. It was 12 o'clock on the nose when I walked inside the Flamingo Bar and Grill, where it was dark and smoky and full of foul smells and lonely down-and-out people burying their sorrows at the bottom of a bottle. As soon as Joe laid eyes on me, he came out from behind the bar with a big smile on his face and greeted me.
Hey, look who it is.
He said so loud that the whole room full of flunkies in varying stages of inebriation could hear.
It's the famous rock and roll star Ziggy Starlight.
Stardust.
Stardust. Okay, Ziggy Stardust. Right here.
He led me through a door and down a long, dark hallway.
It's good to see you again, Mr. Danger.
Ditto, Joe. Are the others here?
Right through this door, Mr. Danger.
I walked in to find not Holmes and Jane and Lassie, but Maxwell Smart and Agent 99. At that point, Secret Agent Maxwell Smart spoke up.
Well, don't tell me you can't tell who's who.
I shrugged my shoulders in reply.
Isn't it obvious that I'm Holmes and Jane is 99?
Agent 99 slinked over to my side, ran her fingers through my hair, and purred.
Isn't it time to lose that getup and put on something more comfortable?
What have you got in mind, baby?
I said as I wrapped my arms around her. Our lips were only an inch apart.
How about Elvis?
Elvis? You mean all he could get from me was Elvis?
20 minutes later, we were all sitting at the bar being served by Joe. I was still pissed off at Holmes. He could have at least gotten me early, Elvis, but no, it had to be the old fat right before he died, Elvis. Joe made like he was busy wiping the bar. A look of grave concern came over his face.
The whole world knows about the Motel 6 bombing. It's blasted all over the news.
Aha! The old blow up the building and blame someone else trick,
said Maxwell Smart.
Don't tell me the president might declare martial law.
He might very well declare martial law.
I asked you not to tell me that.
The bartender looked nervous and lowered his voice.
Look, word on the street is the feds didn't plant the bomb. It was Professor Mariachi.
Of course, replied Smart. What else can be expected from a man who would go to any lengths to commit the most horrible crimes? It's just a shame he never used his towering intellect for niceness instead of evil.
Meanwhile, on televisions across the country,
Hello, America, and welcome to the Glenn Beck program. You know, by now, no doubt, you've heard about the Motel 6 bombing. Well, at about 4:30 a.m. in the morning, a group of homegrown terrorists blew up not only the motel, but all of the government, military, and civil authorities that had been called in to arrest those same 4 terrorists who were held up inside. And we don't know what the death toll is because that news hasn't been released yet. Now, you may think that none of this makes any sense, but tonight, I'm going to explain it all to you. Just let me get out the old chalkboard here. Now look at this. This is a picture of Charlie Danger. And he's one of the main terrorists in this plot. Now, this is a picture of Ziggy Stardust. But if you look real close, you can see that it's the same person. But hold on a minute. That's not all. This is a picture of Pa Kettle. But again, if you look real close, it's not Percy Kilbride. In reality, it's Charlie Danger. Now look at this. If you look at pictures of Sherlock Holmes, the Elephant Man, and Gene Simmons in his full Kiss getup, guess what? They are all Sherlock Holmes in disguise. They are all connected, America. If you look at Jane Cannery, Julia Child, and Ma Kettle, now look, they are all the same. They are all the same people running around together, interconnected with each other. So, what is it that ties all of these people together? It's the Constitutional Restoration Army of the People. Now, the CRAP is nothing less than a homegrown extremist militia organization that spouts lunatic conspiracy theories. Don't you see, America? These people are radical homegrown crazies that believe 9/11 was an inside job. They believe Obama is hiding his birth certificate and that the financial meltdown is an engineered event. They believe that the government is their enemy. They believe that the government is putting sterilants in our food and water, poisons in our vaccinations, and chemtrails in our skies. They are dangerous conspiracy theorists gone mad. America, I'm just an average guy just like you, except that I'm a recovering alcoholic that made $32 million this year, but I can tell you beyond a doubt that faith, hope, and charity are the way to fix this country. You've got to start with yourself, America. You've got to start by striving to be the best person you can be. You've got to get down on your knees and pray, America. That's how we're going to take our country back. You don't go running around talking crazy talk and blowing things up. America, when we come back from our next break, I'm going to show you pretty much the same old crap over and over and over again. It's all just a tiny portion of the really big, huge, ugly truth that the mainstream media bosses I work for don't want me to talk about. It's all coming up when we come back after this commercial break.
Are you not feeling as spry as you used to? Are you having a hard time getting it up when the time is right? Then ask your doctor if new hard-on is right for you.
JFK International Airport is located in Queens on Long Island. Getting there was no problem. Getting through the draconian security procedures would be something else, especially now that they were on alert and looking for us. At first it seemed as though it could prove to be quite a task. But Holmes came up with a plan.
The plan is elementary. We shall arrive at the airport in our disguises. We shall proceed to the nearest women's restroom. At that point, Miss Cannery will go in, enter a stall, and remove her 99 disguise. She will then don a new disguise. When she emerges from the ladies' room, she will appear to be none other than former Governor of Alaska, Sarah Palin.
Why, that's brilliant. What a mind. You never cease to amaze me, Holmes.
With Jane as Sarah Palin and we as her entourage, nobody would dare impede our progress through the airport. In fact, we are likely to be ushered through like royalty. We simply walk through the gate, climb aboard our chartered civil flight, and depart.
And no one is ever the wiser. I think it's a wonderful idea.
But the dog had a different opinion.
The dog's right. It would be a lot less bother to simply take the LIE to MacArthur and charter a flight out of there. I mean, then you can dispense with the whole JFK scene and not even have to dress up like Sarah Palin. Anyway, it's just a suggestion.
Once aboard our chartered flight out of MacArthur, we started wondering if we'd ever make it to Arizona. Our chartered flight turned out to be aboard an ancient prop-driven twin-engine tail-dragging DC-3. We wondered if we'd even make it off the ground. The owner and operator of that antique bucket of bolts was an old barnstormer that introduced himself as Flight Commander William Fly, but we could call him Willie. Willie Fly. He was an old codger, kind of big around the middle and bald on top, and he was wearing an old bomber jacket and a silk scarf. As it happened, we did make it off the ground that day. The old beat-up Goonie bird had been an airliner back in the days before jets, and though faded and worn, it really wasn't that bad after all. We settled in and made ourselves comfortable. That's when the telephone started ringing. Actually, it was one of Maxwell Smart's shoes that started ringing. He slipped it off his foot and spoke into the heel.
Maxwell Smart, agent number 86 here.
There was a short pause, and then...
Hey, Holmes, is that you?
It's good to hear from you, Wild Bill.
I've been keeping track of your exploits. The media is all over you guys, and so are the feds. Are you managing to stay safe? Huh?
For the time being.
Hey, is danger there?
Hold on,
said Holmes. Holmes as he handed me the shoe.
Danger here.
Hey, Charlie Danger. You know, me and Sweetheart are rooting for you guys. That's right. And so are my listeners.
Well, that's nice to know, Wild Bill. So far, we've been running the feds ragged.
Well, look out. You know, I want you and Holmes to get down here and come on my show. Okay? All right?
Well, you know, that could be dangerous for both of us, Wild Bill.
That's right. But not if we meet somewhere, record the interview, and then I can run the recording on the program. Right? Huh? Huh?
Brilliant! Cried Holmes, who was listening in on the other shoe.
I think a visit to the Samsel Report isolation tank is an excellent idea. We're on our way now.
Professor Mariachi pounded the gavel.
This meeting is now called to order. This meeting is now called to order.
The conference room fell silent. The 12 men seated around the long oval table turned to him and waited in great anticipation for him to speak.
Gentlemen, our plans for New World Order domination are progressing according to plan in all parts of the planet. Our chemtrails fill the skies. Our poisons and sterilants are in the water, the food supplies, and the vaccinations. Our track and trace total police state grid is nearly complete and in place. You see?
He paused for an energetic round of applause.
We shall soon achieve total world oligarchy, total world economic and financial domination, total worldwide military occupation, worldwide population reduction, and worldwide environmental control.
Another round of applause filled the room.
We shall make of the earth a paradise, a veritable Garden of Eden, where we of the elite bloodlines will rightly rule the world as gods.
The room filled with shouts and cheers as the gathered members rose in standing ovation. Mariachi stood, motioned for silence, and then waited until they were once again seated. When he again had their attention, he went on.
Our plans are proceeding according to schedule. Only in America are our plans being impeded.
The tension in the room became heavy and thick.
The United States must be brought to its knees. It must be finished. Do you hear? I will not stand for failure in any way, shape, or form.
You could hear a pin drop in the room.
The economic collapse is behind schedule.
Cap and Trade and the NAU are behind schedule. Where is my comprehensive immigration reform? I want the floodgates opened wide. Do you hear? I want the food, the fuel, the utility prices to skyrocket. I want escalation of the war in the Middle East. I want the United States totally bankrupted. I want America dead, dead, dead. Do you hear?
A single hand raised meekly.
You have a question?
Sir, if we move too quickly, we run the risk of exposing our hand in all of this.
I will hear no excuses out of you, Bernanke. You will do exactly as you are told. So now sit down and shut up.
Another hand was raised.
And what is your problem, Clinton?
Hillary was clearly nervous.
We are still in negotiations with the Israelis over who should carry out the attack on Iran.
Now, you have been a good girl so far, Hillary. So do not piss me off. Just get it done.
Yet another hand shot skyward.
I have about had it with you, Mr. Gore. You pretty well botched the entire global warming thing. You are treading on thin ice, mister.
Al Gore meekly lowered his hand.
Now, is there anyone else who would like to make a comment?
One more hand hesitantly extended its way forth.
You may stand, Mr. Obama. And what pearls of wisdom do you have to share with us all today?
The president seemed to fidget as an aide switched on his teleprompter. He then cleared his throat and proceeded.
Sir, your trust in me to do my utmost to fundamentally transform America from a dynamo of freedom to third world status has not been misplaced. I pledge to you my full and total cooperation with world authorities in progressing the globalist agenda.
A round of applause followed as Obama took his seat. The professor waited for silence.
Need I remind you, Mr. Obama, that your administration is in disarray, your poll numbers are in decline, and nobody believes a single word you have to say? I will not tolerate failure. Do you understand? Don't you forget who's holding your original birth certificate. And don't you think it won't show up on the front page of every newspaper in the country if you piss me off?
The professor slammed down his gavel on the table.
And now, you all know your assignments. This meeting is adjourned.
Yes, you've been listening to Charlie Danger, Private Detective. Tune in next time for the next exciting episode of Charlie Danger, Private Detective.
All right. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Wasn't that exciting? Wasn't that just the most exciting thing you ever heard in your life? Man, oh man. That's right. Charlie Danger Adventure number 5. Episode number 5. Episode number 6 is coming up, and you don't want to miss that. Oh, man. I tell you what, you're listening to the Samsel Report. That's right. You're riding with Wild Bill's Freedom Posse. That's right. All you guys out there listening into the show are riding with the Freedom Posse. That's right. Because the Freedom Posse, we're out there, we're keeping an eye out for the dirty, rotten, stinking rats. The dirty rats. The dirty, stinking, rotten rats. That's right. We're looking out for them. And we're reporting on them. And we're blowing the whistle on all these creeps. That's right. That's right. So, I tell you what. It's nearly the end of another installment of the Samsel Report. Okay? So we're getting close to the end of the program now. That's right. That's right. And I hate when that happens, when you get down to the end of the program. I hate that. Don't you, sweetie? Don't you? That's right, sweetheart. She. That's right. That's right, darling. That's right. She don't like when you get to the end of the program either. Okay? All right. I know. So let's look in the corral. Let's take a look in the old corral and see how we done tonight. How did we do? How did we do? Well, let's take a look and see. There they are. All of the headlines all stuck in there together. There they are. Oh, moving around all over the place. Let's look over here, see what we got on the other side. What do we got here? Oh, there's Al Gore over there in the corner. Oh, man. Nancy Pelosi over there in the other corner. There's Obama. Michelle. That's right. They're all there. Those are the Rockefellers over there. The Rockefellers are all over there in the other corner. That's right. They're all stuck in there all together. That's right. So I tell you what you want to do with them? Let's take them all. Let's take them all and put them in the old porcelain receptacle. Take all you people and right. Oh, man, just wouldn't it be nice if that's all we had to do? Huh? That's all we had to do. Just dump them all in there. Right? And pull the lever, and they'd be gone. Have a good time on the Samsel Report tonight, did you? Did you have a good time? All right. Okay, because I had a good time. Yeah, I had a good time. That's right. And Sweetheart had a good time. That's right. She had a good time, right? Am I right? Oh, yeah. And we all had a good time on the Samsel Report tonight. But it's time for me to be going. Oh, yes. It's time for me to be going. So you know, like I said, I hate when it's time for me to be going, you know, but it is time for me to be going. So I tell you what we'll do. Let's you and I, okay, let's be an experiment, okay? We need to be an interesting experiment, right? Right? An interesting experiment. Now, I'm going to focus my mind, okay? And I want all you guys out there, all the people in the listening only to focus your minds as well. Okay, so it would be me and you all focusing our minds at the same time. Okay? And if we focus our thoughts together and become one with the universal cosmos of the universe, right? And the great light of illumination to shine down on us, and collectively we can predict with great accuracy, we can predict when the end of the program is about to take place. Oh yes, and we can perhaps hasten it in some cases, in some instances. Perhaps we could hold it off on other instances. We don't know that yet, but let's put our minds together and we can envision the end of the program. Okay? I'm concentrating now. I'm thinking of the end of the program.
Radio at freedomslips.com, and we'll be right back after this message.